Hi Kyler, so we are here today going to be working on your Thursday class booklets for March the 19th, and so we are going to tell you the booklets that we're going to work on today. We have 00.024 RADD 11 out of 14, so you will have to get that booklet pulled out. You also will need 01.054 SAD 1 out of 2 and 01.054 SAD 2 out of 2. So those are the three booklets that you're going to be working on for today. The other thing that I want you to take out is a place value chart. This is a place value chart that shows hundreds, tens, and ones. I think, Mom, we did give you all one a while back, but if you go to Google and type in place value chart, you're going to find a lot of free downloadables that aren't going to be this big, but it's going to serve the same purpose, where you're going to have the hundreds column, the tens column, and also the ones column. So definitely print one of those out. If you need to pause the video and go do that, please, please, please go do that. And I do believe that you have base 10 blocks at home as well. We're going to be using some of these base 10 blocks, so if you can go grab those. If you don't have base 10 blocks, there are printable base 10 blocks that you can Google. If you Google base 10 blocks template, it's just going to be a quick cutting out 10 of these and cutting out 10 of these. The units are the ones, and these are the rods, but it's always a great idea to have these. Lakeshore sells them, and there's a Lakeshore right next to Dick's over here on Johnson Ferry Road. So I believe you have them, but if you don't, it would really serve a great purpose to have this at home. Okay, so we're only going to be working on really building speed and fluency with double-digit addition. And the other part that we're focusing on is regrouping, okay? So we're gonna start with some of our easier problems, and we're gonna move on to our most difficult problems. So let's start with the number 45. Kyler, I want you to build the number 45. 45, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So let's count again by tens. When we have tens, we count by tens. When we have ones, we count by ones. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Now we're switching to counting by ones. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45. 45 is 4 tens and 5 ones, and now we're adding 3 ones. So we're adding 1, 2, 3. We're adding 3 ones. So now we have 45 plus 3 ones is 48. All right, so over here, you're going to write 48. Now, the way we would do this is we would split this into our ones and our tens column. So when we get rid of our place value chart, we still want to understand that this is still our ones and this is still our tens, right? So this line helps us to transfer from this place value chart to the abstract. So now what are we going to do? We're going to add our ones. We're going to add the 5 that we had plus the 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, and we have 4 tens, 48. Okay, these are pretty straightforward. Miss Nadu said that Kyler is pretty fluent with this. It's always great to use a conceptual model. You might want to have him do some of the more challenging ones for example, this page would be a great page for us to do right now. Okay, so let's do this. So we know with number bonds, I'm on page 3 of the 0154 SAD 2 out of 2. Okay. All right, just focusing that screen. All right, so we always start with a clear mat. So we're going to clear our mat. And the problem we're working on right now is this one, 20 and 75. So let's build 75. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then we have 75. So 73, 74, 75, okay? So we have 75. So let's count it. Ready, Kyler? I want you to count by tens with me first. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, switch gears, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. 75 is 7 tens and 5 ones. Now, here's our 75. What are we going to add to it? We're going to add 20. We're going to add 20. So we're going to add 10, 20. We're going to add 20. So 7 tens plus 2 more tens is 9 tens, right? And we can write a 9 in the tens place. And then we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 tens and 5 ones. 9 tens and 5 ones is 95, okay? If I was looking at this, I could say, okay, 0 plus 5 is 5, and 2 tens plus 7 tens, 2 tens plus 7 tens is 9 tens. The value is 90, but it's 9 of them, 9 tens, okay? All right. So let's look at this one. Let's try 31 plus 47. So we always start with a clear mat. We always start with a clear mat. Okay, 31, 10, 20, 30, and 31. And this time we're adding 47. So 4 tens, 7 ones. So let's add 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, okay, 40, 47. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you notice how I keep the top number up here and the bottom number down here so we can see the difference, okay? So 31 plus 47, 31 plus 47. Okay, so let's add our ones place. We'll always start here with the ones place. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're gonna put 8 in the ones place. We should have started with our ones place over here too, but always add your ones first. All right, and then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. What number represents 70 in the sevens place? It's 7. 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens is equal to 70. 7 tens, 70, and 8 ones. 8, 78. Okay? All right, so for this page, I want you to hit pause and go ahead and use your base 10 blocks to practice this page. And you know your part plus your part equals your whole. So you're only trying to find the whole, putting both parts together to get to your whole. So go ahead and pause, and I want you to work on all of those problems on page 3 with your base 10 blocks. Okay, great. So if you worked on all of those problems with your base 10 blocks, we can give you the answers right now for all of them. Let's see if you got them right. So 84 plus 2 is 86. 46 plus 22 is 68. 50 plus 30 is 80. 40 plus 10 more is 50 because it's 4 tens plus another 10. And then 51 plus 8 is 59. And then 14 plus 60 is 74. So hopefully you got all of those correct. Okay, so for the remainder of this book, I really would like for you to use your base 10 blocks, okay? Let's look at this page. This page is kind of interesting. Okay, so we have to complete these two sums first and then add them together to get our whole. So let's start with this one, okay? I'm gonna circle this one with a crayon, and we're gonna start with the yellow problem first, okay? So it says 41 plus 24. Okay, so let's build 41. Let's build 41 with our base 10. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, plus 24, plus our 24, okay, plus our 24. Now, we're going to add up our ones place first. So we have 5 ones, okay, so we'll say 5 ones, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, or the 6 represents, sorry, you couldn't see that. Okay, so 5 ones and 6 tens, but the value of that is 60. So 60 plus 5, 65. Okay, 31 plus 2, well, that's super easy because it's 31 plus 2 ones. So 31, 32, 33. Okay, now let's build this, the 65 and 33 with base 10. All right, so clear your map. All right, so first thing we need to build is the 65 and then the 33. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so we have 60 and 65. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 30. I always like to do these horizontal and these vertical just so we can see that they're two different problems. Do you have to do that way? No, but it's nice to do it that way. Okay, we're going to add the ones first. So we have 5 plus 3 is 8. So right here, we're going to write 8 in the ones place. Okay, 8 in the ones place. And then how many tens do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 tens, so that's 98. Now, if you want to take it one step further, I would encourage you to write your problem out in the abstract form, right? And see if you get the same answer. We're going to make a makeshift board with our ones and our tens, and 5 ones plus 3 ones is 8 ones, and 6 tens plus 3 tens is 9 tens, so 98, which is 90 plus 8. Okay, so that could be an extension if you want to do that, but definitely go ahead and do these two problems using the base 10 blocks that you have at home, and go ahead and hit pause. All right. So if you wanted to check these two answers, 32 plus 20 plus 23 plus 20 should have gotten you 95. So hopefully you got 95, and then the bottom one is going to be 76. So this bottom one is going to be 76. Okay. All right. Lots and lots of practice with base 10 blocks. That's how we get good, really good with numbers and number sense. Let's look at page 7. So this says, study the number pattern below. What's the missing number? Okay, so what's the missing number? We have to study this number pattern. So we know that 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30, right? Because these are smaller parts. So all of these 3 smaller parts must equal the number in the middle. Let's see if it works here. If we count by 2s, 20. We could count 2, 4, 6, or we could count 20, 40, 60. Gives us that. We could count by 3s. 3 plus another 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6, right? So 3, and then 6 plus another 3 is 6, and then plus another 3 is 9. But if I add a 0 to all of them, we have 30, 60, 90. Okay, so it would be 90. Okay, Mickey has some number cards. What's the greatest number formed by using any of the cards below? Well, what are the two greatest numbers? Which are the biggest ones? We have 46, 51, and 48. Well, I know 48 is bigger than 46, and 51 is bigger than 48. So if you add the two biggest numbers together, you're going to get what we call the greatest number, okay? So let's go ahead and set this up here, 51 plus 48, okay? And then you can work out the problems there. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next booklet. This one is one that's sort of a review, or just building fluency. We have some that have to do with regrouping that we really wanted to share with you. And we're gonna take out this one, 00024 RADD, 11 out of 14. And this first page, Kyler, you're going to do all by yourself, but here's a trick. I have 30. If I have 30, okay, eventually you're going to be able to do this mental math. But if I have 30, 10, 20, 30, and I add a 10, I'm already at 40. 30 plus 10 more, this one here represents a 10. 30 plus 10 more is 40. And then I'm just adding my 4 ones, 41, 42, 43, 44. So 30, we started with 30. Go to the next line, we add a 10, 40. This one is 110 plus 4 ones. So 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, okay? You could do it mental math, or you can just stick with your columns of your 1s and 10s. 0 plus 4 is 4, and 3 10s plus 1 more 10 is 4 10s, okay? All right, let's look at some regrouping. The regrouping part is the part that we're heavily working on in class. So I want you to turn to page 4, and we're going to look at this problem right here. And I'm going to circle it in your book so you know you can find it easily. 31 plus 49. 31 plus 49. Okay, so 31 plus 49. 31 plus 49. Let me see if you can see it over here. There we go. 31 plus 49. Okay.